you like to see stand out when you're done with the season and you look back at it? Who is the offensive performer that they gave the ball to?
Well, outside of Mayfield, you've got to hope if you're the Browns. I think in order to go where you want to go, Beckham has to play basically every game, and he has to put up really good numbers. He's got to be a 1,400-yard at least guy.
Now let's keep in mind here's a guy in Odell-Beckham's played 5 years in the league, has only played in one winning season. Does that bother you in any way?
No, because it doesn't bother me about Duke Johnson either, and I'm not comparing the two as players talent-wise. I'm simply saying that I think Duke Johnson will do just fine on a winner. He hasn't been on one. Same with Beckham. Beckham will do just fine on a winner.
In 2018, Beckham had 77 receptions, 1,052 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Landry, 81 catches and 4 touchdowns. And Hunt with 181 carries, 824 yards, and 7 touchdowns. And nick-Chubb, here you see it there, 192 carries and 996 yards. He actually went over the 1,000 mark, then it came back.
I was going to say, how come quickie?
Yeah.
How come nick-Chubb ran for 1,000 but ended with 996?
Yeah.
Because that big loss. Was it the final drive against the Ravens? Les, here's what I said before the break. I see 7 guys pre-Hunt returning.
Okay.
Callaway, I'm going to list them in order. Okay, in order. Beckham, Landry, Higgins, Callaway, your wideouts. Your running backs, Chubb and Johnson, and your tight end, Njoku.
And you're bringing Hunt. Oh, this is
then
pre-Hunt.
Hunt comes later.
Okay.
But those 7 guys, as of right now, I'm seeing, and of course there could be somebody popping in amongst that group or in addition to that group, but I see those 7 rotating in to 5 spots. Obviously, you don't think Beckham's going to be a rotational guy. He's going to be there every down, and probably Landry as well.
Correct.
Which means Callaway, Higgins, Njoku, Johnson are rotating 4 for 2.
Okay, not counting the guy.
With Chubb being pretty much an every down back.
Not counting Beckham here. Who is the beneficiary of Beckham being here?
The beneficiaries of Beckham being here?
And let's leave Baker-Mayfield out. I'm talking about
certainly
other
Landry,
positions.
but he's already good.
Right.
I think it's pretty simple. It's Callaway and Higgins. As long as Callaway and Higgins are on the field with Beckham, what defense is going to worry about Callaway and Higgins? And,
I don't know.
And I'm not saying that to disparage Callaway and Higgins. I'm simply saying you can only point to so many guys before you.
And Callaway and Higgins, you also throw in Njoku and say, hey, you guys better be ready because there's going to be some openings for you.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm one of those guys coming off my rookie year, I'm saying I have a chance to be a big number guy this year, bigger than I deserve to be probably.
I mean, certainly, if let's say in a 5, let's say a 1 tight end set, where you have Njoku out there as the tight end.
Right.
Let's say you go 3 wide, 1 tight end, and 1 running back. And your tight end's Njoku, your running back's Chubb, and you have Beckham, Landry, and Higgins. The defense looks at that, and the last guy they're worried about is Higgins. Yeah. But guess what? I think Hollywood can play. I think he can. So if he just runs the route the way we know he's capable of, he should be open.
And don't drop the ball when it comes your way.
True, and when they go to 4 wide, one of those guys I mentioned, one of those receivers, or maybe Duke if he becomes a second slot guy in a certain package, they're going up against the 3rd and 4th corners of the other teams. That's a mismatch.
Yeah, a lot of weapons.
Right?
No question about it.
That's another thing Beckham takes away. He takes the first corner away from another guy.
Getting help on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely